The market sells off and is now pointing downward. Is it time to brace for 34.50?
This is a mess with Jacob.
Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that the market's move up wasn't very strong and it was starting to sell off over the weekend and into Monday, and then it continued that sell-off on Monday, pushing below our resistance box. We talked about a couple paths lower, and that's what we're looking at right now. So the question is, are we ready for 34.50? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the Nasdaq. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, we had another excellent day in the trading room. As you can see on the screen, we caught the bounce high today and then traded off of that all the way down to the low at the close and did very well for ourselves. So another great day. If you want to know more about that, stay tuned for later in the video. But for now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart for the S&P 500, and we have a few paths to go through, but first let's look at today's action. We got a nice 5 waves down here today. We got that wave 4 bounce about midday. When we got that, it came right up to our target region, and we shorted there, and then rode this wave all the way down into the close and did very well on that trade. So we did well trading this today, and we do have a nice 5 wave structure here that is entering our support zone. So we'll look at how that fits into our paths here in just a second. So the first path that we're going to talk about is what's going to be my primary path for right now, and that is we are in a bigger B wave down. So we got this move up that is either A or 4, and then we got the move down that is the A wave of B. So you see it's a circle A of this bracketed B, and then we got our move up in B of B, and then we would get our move down in C of B. And the reason this is my primary right now is it lines up very well as the A equals C, okay, for the move down. So the A equals this A wave over here, where it goes from the bracketed A down to the circle A, would equal from the circle B down to the circle C. And that 1.0 you can see is at 37.13, which is right in our support zone. So that's one reason the 1.0 hits right there. And if this is 5 waves down and we get a standard bounce up towards 38.90 or so, it would target that 37.16 area. So also right in our wheelhouse here for a bigger B wave. So there is a lot of alignment here in this 37.13 to 15 region for support for this pullback to come down and then try to bounce up in this C wave towards that 4,000 level. So again, guys, that would be the A wave up in brackets. Then you get A, B up, and then this C wave down that we're in the middle of right now for this B wave. Okay, around 37.13 to 15, somewhere in that range. And then you would look for the C wave up, okay, to the 4,000 region or so, and that would complete the bigger A wave here. So remember, guys, this would just be the A wave of the corrective move up. When we get, if we get to this 4,000 region, then we would look for a B wave down and then C up towards about 4,200 plus in that region there for the corrective action higher to complete. So that is the primary count, is that we are looking at a potentially bigger B wave down here in this 47.13 region. I'm sorry, 37.13 region, and then a big C wave rally up towards about 4,000 to complete this A wave. Okay, the secondary count or alternate count is that the low here was wave 3. We had a wave 4 bounce up here to this high where we have the bracketed A. And now we're starting to build our move down with a wave 1 down and a wave 2 up. Okay, and this being a wave, start of a wave 3 down. So if this is going to be the start of wave 1 of 3 down here, I would expect it to push a little deeper into this 38.18 to 37.93 area before seeing wave 2 of 3 bounce. So remember, we got our bigger wave 2 here, then you get 1 of 3 down, 2 of 3 up, and then we're looking for 3 of 3 down after that in a very strong sell-off. So both patterns are going to lead lower, and they should both actually have a bounce. So we should see a bounce here and then next little bit up towards that 38.90 region, just depending on how low we go. And then from there, we should look for a opportunity to get short and see the market fall down into this 37.13 region for this wave B, or if it continues on past that, then we could be in that wave 4 down that we've talked about that's targeting that 34.50 area. Now, the other count that we want to talk about that I still have on the screen is this direct move higher, more direct, I should say, but it's saying that this was the B wave, and we're building a diagonal here for the C wave, in which case you would have an ABC up here for 1, down in 2, and then wave 3, okay, this would be wave A up. We would be on wave B down, which should hold this support box in the 3780 range. And then you would look for wave C up to complete wave 3 around 4,000, wave 4 back down towards 3950 or so, and then completing with wave 5 up at 4050. And remember, guys, diagonals are all 3-wave movements, so that's how we can have a 3-wave wave 1 and an ABC wave 3 and an ABC wave 5, because that's how diagonals work. They are not 5-wave structures in the inside of the wave. So each wave of the structure is a 3-wave structure. Okay, so I am not very convinced that we're going to get that, and the reason is, one, diagonals aren't trustworthy. If you followed this channel for any amount of time, you know that. And two, we did get a pretty nice looking 5 waves down off the top, and that is not what you would expect to see here. If this was an A and we're trying to get a B wave down, you would not expect to see 5 waves and a B wave down. So I would... I'm not counting on the diagonal, but the setup is still there, so we do still have it on the charts just in case. All right, guys, so over on the Nasdaq, we have a very similar setup where we have the A wave down, the B wave up, and we'd be looking for the C wave down to complete this B wave. Okay, and that should be in the 11,250 range, and then we would look for a C wave up towards 12,550 to complete the first part of this correction in the A wave. Then you'd have this bigger B wave here, and then the C wave up from there towards the 14,000 region. So that is the primary count on the Nasdaq, and then the secondary is that we are going to continue down and extend and break this low over here and extend this A wave deeper down towards the 10,600 region for the Nasdaq. So it'll be key for the Nasdaq to hold support at 12,250. Below that, then we're going to look probably at the 10.6 to 10.5 area on a break of this low, and then we would start the corrective path higher from there. So Nasdaq looks very similar. It does still have the diagonal option for the C wave up, where you have the wave 1 is 3 waves, wave 2 is 3 waves. This would be wave A of 3. You get a wave B of 3 pullback, wave C back up for wave 3, and then 4 and 5 to complete the more direct path higher. But again, with the 5-wave move off the high that we've seen, that doesn't seem as plausible to me, and diagonals aren't trustworthy. So 2 main paths on the Nasdaq are looking for this B wave down here to this 11,250 area, or a break of this low and a continuation down towards that 10,600 area. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos, but you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it will take you right over to the website. Once you get in there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial, because I want you to become part of our trading team. I want you to test everything out, and I want you to love it before you ever spend a penny. It's important to me that you are part of our trading team, because I care about my traders, and I want you to be on board with what we're doing before you ever commit to anything. You can cancel at any time. There is no sign-up contract or anything like that, or cancellation fee. So come in and check out the free trial and see what it's about, and if you love it, stay with us. We have 2 incredible rooms. The first one is my Invest with Jacob room. In there, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade them, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, since the market has been a little wishy-washy lately, we have day traded a little more often, but typically we are a swing trading room. Now, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. You've seen these guys hitting 800% gains on their trades, 1,400%, and it's all about how the trade is set up. And it is a really unique trading style that you kind of have to see, which is why we give you that 7-day free trial, because we want you to get in there and understand it before you ever spend your money. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into a small account and has grown it using disciplined trading methods, trading mini ES futures. He's averaging 3 to 4% gains per week in there, and shows you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can make some money together. All right, guys, key takeaways for today. We got the move down in 5 waves. We would expect a bounce here in the next 10 points or so, pushing up towards 38.90, and then we would expect a pretty strong sell-off regardless of which path we're in, unless this does turn out to be the diagonal to complete the direct move higher. But again, that is not something I'm counting on, as those aren't reliable, and the 5 waves off the top makes that less likely. So again, we should look for a bounce here up towards 38.90. Okay, we may not get that high, but somewhere in that region, and then a sell-off from there. And then we should ultimately be testing the 37.13 to 15 region for this B wave, or headed towards that 34.50 region if we cannot hold support. Over on the Nasdaq, same type of setup, looking for that C wave down here to continue and hold that 12.250 area, and then up towards 11.250 area, then up towards 12.550. If they cannot hold 11.250 and it breaks down through and breaks this low, we'll get an extension of that A wave down towards the 10.600, 10.500 area. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.